Masked policemen, gunshots in the air, bloodied body lying on the streets, with just a placard to explain their killings. Is this the norm for the Philippine society today? Is this really what we should get used to? The nationwide war on drugs further prevailed as soon as President Rodrigo Duterte assumed presidency. Ever since his campaign, and as seen in his political history, he had voiced out his hatred on drugs and how he is going to eradicate it in the country, while even proposing to do so within the span of 6 months. Through his several speeches, he has expressed his consent on killing people who are possible drug users and pushers, which resulted to rampant extrajudicial killings in the country. But here we are, almost 2 years later, with a total of 7,080 people killed since July 1, 2016, based on the statistics provided by the Philippine National Police. Despite the numbers, have we really progressed in this war? Yes, we may have, but not so much to justify the number of lives taken away. We could not win this war through brutality, but rather by addressing the root cause and dealing with it objectively. Although Philippine National Police and Commission on Human Rights are caught up in a debate with regards to the true meaning of extrajudicial killings and whether what is happening in our country can be really classified as such. As citizens of this country, we could just read between the lines in order to realize that we really do live in a society where EJK prevails. It is no secret that extrajudicial killings, or EJK, violates human rights by claiming the lives of others who may be innocent or willing to change. What's worse is that in some cases, people are killed for disparate reasons, but the killer can easily cover up the motives by just making it seem as if it is part of war on drugs. Similarly, lives are taken away due to mistaken identity or even just to achieve the quota imposed on the team. An example of this is the case of 17-year-old boy Kian de los Santos, who was shot during an anti-drug operation in Caloocan City. This kid dreamt of becoming a policeman, but ironically, they were the ones who stole this very dream from him. Furthermore, why does it seem like the people who are killed in these shootings are only the poor? To hear that a famous personality is killed due to drug involvement is so rare, which makes it obvious how social hierarchy, sadly, still prevails even in achieving justice. Instead of completely eliminating drugs in the country, with extrajudicial killings happening around, powerful drug dealers are given a better chance to escape and take cover by just using defenseless drug users as a scapegoat. Extrajudicial killings should be ended. The aim for making the Philippines a drug-free country is to make it a safer place for its citizens. But to achieve this by spreading a cloud of terror through threats and killings would lead us nowhere. If the government has enough power to pinpoint famous drug personalities through intelligence reports, then why don't they just focus their time and manpower in chasing these people and putting them behind bars? Why is there the need to exert effort in killing people who may just be victims of those drug suppliers that they should be chasing in the first place? All the government does is to continuously kill the products of the bigger picture. They are not touching the root cause but go for the easy route instead, which is to kill whom they see as threats. This can be compared with continuously putting pails on the roof leaks instead of fixing the roof to prevent further drips. What they should do is to address the cause of drug issues in the country, like narcopolitics, poverty, and lack of parental guidance for the youth. The government should also conduct law enforcement and show support to the victims instead of considering them the enemy. Also, as a country which comprises a huge amount of Christians, we should neither be nonchalant nor supportive to the injustices happening in our society. We need to get involved by voicing out our disagreement on how the war on drugs is done. In the pastoral speech done by Archbishop Socrates Villegas, he has mentioned how the Catholic Church could heal the bleeding nation, and that is through restoring malasakit, reactivating pakikiramay, and regaining pakikipagkapwa. He has also mentioned the power of prayer as the strongest weapon we have in this battle. The war on drugs is not a bad thing. However, the way the government deals with it is stop extrajudicial killings. We should not live in fear that one day we would open the door not to be welcomed by the warm smiles of our loved ones, but rather by their cold, lifeless body instead. It should be stopped because it does not only kill people, It kills dreams, second chances, and the hope for a better tomorrow. As Filipinos, we should not get used to the killings happening around and consider the death of our countrymen as mere statistics. We need to recognize the value of life, even though these people have once disregarded it. In order to truly achieve a drug-free country, the government must address the root cause while its citizens must find it within themselves the courage to speak up and go against the current. We must let mercy and compassion prevail. Heal the country, respect human rights, stop extrajudicial killings. For the war on drugs ruled by merciless killings is a war against humanity.